I don't eat those because I'm vegan, you know? And the reason I became vegan is because I found that is the fastest way to bug the crap out of everyone around me. I don't know why people get so upset at what I'm not eating, like, oh, the vegan's coming to dinner, we're gonna have to get some unicorn sprouts and some leprechaun feathers. Why is she doing this to me? Some guy in the Midwest got really mad and he goes, that's not American not eating meat. Hitler didn't eat meat. And I was like, well, yeah, but he ate dairy. And he tried to kill all the Jews. That's the two differences between me and Hitler right there. We're both average painters.
I went to meet her mom. Her mom's a vegan. When we were dating, I went to meet her mom. You know vegan. That's not vegetarian. Vegan, you can't even cook while a chicken is watching. She hates that joke. Don't say the thing about... I shouldn't do... Her voice doesn't sound like that. Don't say the thing about the chicken. I went to meet her mom. I never had vegan food before. I was nervous first time I'm meeting her. I remember, then my fiance opened the door and there was her mother milking almonds. Which is weird because almonds is the cat. No animal was hurt in the making of that joke. That never... But she made like this vegan feast to welcome me into the home. Like not a meal, appetizers, entrees, desserts, tables full of... And I'm meeting her for the first time. I ate everything. I ate for 3.5 hours. Oh. And I remember I went and sat on the couch and went, oh my God, am I hungry? 14 plates, 12 calories. What the heck just happened here? You think a vegan is meditating? No, they're passing out. Get help quickly. I got in trouble too because she said to me, what do you drink in your tea? I don't drink tea, but I tried to bluff. I'm like, honey? Vegans don't believe in honey. They think the bees should unionize. I don't know. She got all upset. They use smoke to calm the bees down. Did you know they use smoke to calm the bees down? I said, I did the same thing in college. It wasn't at BYU.
I don't eat any of it because I'm a vegan. Isn't that weird? I'm a vegan. You know what that means? It means that I don't have any friends. That's what that means. They can lift their own body weight. That's a myth, by the way. That's a myth. The other myth is about animals. I could care less. I mean, I have friends that are like, well, you love animals so much, you ought to marry an animal. Like, it's not about that. It's about health. That's why I do it, for health reasons, right? Yeah, okay, you're with me? It's for health reasons. As a matter of fact, animals had less to fear from us when we were eating them because we only had to kill one to eat for weeks. Now, I'm competing for the same garden. I gotta kill all those varmints. If I see a rabbit looking at my carrots, I'll punt his whole family. I don't care. Dude, I'm waterboarding the squirrels to find out what time the deer show up. I'm not messing around. That's my garden. I'm an anti-animal vegan for the NRA. I don't want to shoot them. Somebody's gotta. Load up, Nugent. Take your positions.
Everybody's got an opinion nowadays, though. There are some opinions I know I don't trust. Like, have you ever had a vegan tell you something tastes good? It is a garbage opinion. Disregard it immediately. I'm always like, you don't eat bacon. You don't know what you're talking about. The part in your brain that processes happiness has long since died. It's like you're blind, but in your mouth. That's like getting music suggestions from a deaf friend. And I know that's rude to deaf people to compare them to vegans, but I don't care. I'll talk all the smack I want about vegans too. They're too weak to fight me. What's up? Did you get your protein from lentils? Scary. If there are any pregnant vegan ladies here, I'll fight them right now. Other than that, I'm a non-confrontational pacifist.
And that's the other stereotype I don't care for, that they always give on Taco Bell. Oh, Taco Bell makes you poop, makes you go to the bathroom. I'm like, what food doesn't make you go to the bathroom? When's there ever anything to brag about? Like, yeah, I went to a vegan place last month, still hadn't pooped.
I watched this documentary recently too about the horrors of the meat industry, and it made such a big impact on me that I turned vegan for the duration of the film. Like, you know what? I'm not gonna touch this cheeseburger for another 45 minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying to eat healthy. I tried being vegan for a while, didn't work, they kicked me out. So many rules with the vegans. If you eat mostly plants but some meat, then you're a flexitarian. If you eat mostly plants and some fish, you're a pescatarian. If you eat mostly plants and drink alcohol, you're Episcopalian. I think. There's so many rules. Who can keep track?
On the back of the Prius, a bumper sticker, "Save the Earth, everything is green." And out the window, a hand with a cigarette. You've seen it. It's like the vegan with the leather Gucci purse. Be as righteous as you want to be, but just be consistent. Right? And vegans make me laugh. They say stuff like this: "I wouldn't eat anything that had a face, really." Then I saw a vegan eating French fries, and I thought, my Mr. Potato Head had a face.
And in fairness, I look like this because I'm from Texas. Yeah, this is what hours of wearing a football helmet in extreme heat will do to your head. And I'm hardcore Texan. 6th generation Texan. Yeah, if you're more Texan than me, you are Mexican. That's, That's a historically accurate joke, folks, so if you didn't laugh at it, learn from it. And one of the perks of being from Texas is people love to stereotype. Like, I have been told more than once that I look like an extra from a tornado film. I don't know if you've picked up on that. And that's fair, because yeah, you know what? I'm a connoisseur of barbecue. You know what else? Can't spell the word connoisseur. I can't. That's solid stereotyping. Some people think Texans are stupid. Yeah, we are. Yeah. My best friend growing up was afraid of prisms. Man. Thought they were devices that could turn light gay. I'm not proud of that at all. I wasn't much better. For most of my childhood, I thought French people and vegans were fictional characters from literature, so we were done.
It's interesting. I shouldn't even been there, man. I tried to do like this vegan diet thing, and it's not because like I'm trying to like be healthy or be. It's like most people like it's not because I'm better than you. Like I'm not doing it because animal cruelty. I could care less. I'll kick flip a tiger on the way home. It's not animal cruelty. I'm not doing it because I'm better than you. I'm doing it because I have a Netflix account. That's basically it. Anything you do for fun, Netflix has a documentary that will ruin your day. I found out on Netflix, 50% of black people are lactose intolerant. Who knew? called my grandmother. I'm like, she's gonna be shocked. She's been black longer than me. Brace yourself, Granny. You're not gonna believe what I found out on Netflix. 50% of black people are lactose intolerant. Nobody told me. They didn't tell me either. Put that Klondike bar down. That is tearing the black community apart.
My friend wanted to get lunch the other day, but she's like, I'm vegan now. I was like, oh, here we go. With that whole thing, I was like, do you want to go to Cafe Gratitude, the vegan restaurant? And she was like, well, I'm also gluten-free, so can we go to the juice bar? And I was like, how about we just never speak again? Let's just move on with our lives.
Been to some great weddings. My cousin got married on the beach in Florida. That was a nice one. This is like 10 years ago. It was one of the best weddings I ever went to. It was very lavish. We're at the reception. We're in our meal. It's chicken. Well, there's a little card on the table that says, tonight's entree, free-range chicken. 10 years ago, I didn't know what that was. So I asked the waitress, I was like, what does that mean, free-range chicken? She's really into it. She's like, oh, I see most chicken that grew up squished up in a cage their whole life. This chicken grew up free on the range, so everyone enjoy. I was like, all right, let me see if I can taste the difference here. You know, you're right, this chicken tastes like it used to be happy. Like, what's the difference? This one tastes depressed. I'm sending it back. I don't eat sad chicken. I can't eat the sad chicken. If you're like a vegan or something, you know, I'm just joking. Don't get upset. Some people take that very seriously. Just a joke. I understand the logic behind the free-range chickens. I've seen the documentaries. Just kidding around. I say that because I did that joke. I was in Hartford, Connecticut, and I did that joke, and after the show, because of that joke, this vegan guy wanted to beat me up. But because he's a vegan, he couldn't. Yeah. He lacked the essential vitamins and proteins necessary to throw a decent punch. Plus, you see it coming because the skin's translucent. Just watch the muscles contract, like, uppercut. Whoa. You telegraphed that, buddy, yeah. Here, celery stick, go get it.
Man, I love animals. I keep thinking I should probably be like a vegan or a vegetarian, but man, I never make it past breakfast, if I'm honest. You know what I had for breakfast today? I had chicken and some eggs. Like, I don't care which one came first. I'm taking the whole family out. I'm ruthless.
My husband and I just celebrated our 24th wedding anniversary. Yeah. 24 years, he's awesome. After 24 years, you'd think there wouldn't be any surprises. But he called me up and he said, hey, I got something I need to tell you. I've been thinking about this. You might want to sit down. I've decided to become a vegan. And I'm a supportive wife, so I said, honey, that sounds terrible. Are you sure? And he said, yes, and he's doing it. He gets up every morning at 6 a.m. He puts fruits and vegetables in a very loud blender, and then he tries to make me drink it. He said, I made this one with kale and wheatgrass and almond milk. Try it. I'm like, no. Don't you want to be healthy? No. No. I want bacon. And sausage, and cheese, and hamburgers, and hot dogs, and happiness. I want to eat all the parts of all the farm animals. He said, but I made this with almond milk. It's really good. It tastes like a milkshake. No, it does not. It tastes like grass clippings. It does not taste like a milkshake. It does not. No. And just because you put the word milk after the word almond doesn't make it milk. And the dairy farmers are very upset about this. The dairy farmers want us to call almond milk what it really is, nut juice. It was on the news. It was on the news. Oh, I'd like a really tall, cold glass of nut juice. I'd like to dip my Oreo cookies in nut juice. Ew. do?
Because I don't want to offend anybody, but is it okay to talk about hunting? Like, is it okay? Yeah, okay, I figured. You guys have great hunting up here, and I'm a big hunter. I got a 10-point buck this year. Yeah, and it did not mess my truck up like I thought it was going to. That was some good eating. Once I scraped it off. But anyway, but my dad and I, we grew up very poor, like really poor. You know, like we had to eat cereal with a fork to save on milk. And everybody get it that's gonna get it? Okay. No child left behind. Okay, so... But my dad and I were reminiscing because I told him about the buck I got, and my dad and I were, because we grew up very poor, so we had to hunt, and we would go duck hunting. And I'm sorry if that offends anybody in this theater tonight, but that is a beautiful father-son moment. Duck hunting in the morning, the sun would be coming up, my dad and I'd be hiding under the slide by the swing set, and I'd be tearing off the bread, the ducks would come waddling out. Quack, quack. You know, right? You know I'm kidding. Okay. They didn't waddle like that. Anyway, I shared all this with the Texas National Vegan Society. They got so angry. I wasn't even thinking it through. They got mad. They threw organic tomatoes at me, and yeah. But they were vegan, so they weren't strong enough to hit the stage. So
I mean, you can turn on the TV and know how we feel about food. There's a reason there's not a show called Gluten-Free Vegan Cupcake Wars. No one wants to watch it. Nobody's like, hey, did you see Salad Boss last night? Yeah. It's crazy. And vegans, I don't know if there's any vegans in here with enough strength to raise your hand. Is there one? Was that her? Was that someone calling out for meat?
I'm a vegan. Help me. I need a burger.
I'm envious of vegans. If you can do it, good for you. I ain't about that life. I've had one vegan experience. It did not go well. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm walking down the street. I pass a bakery with all these beautiful things in the window. So I just kind of poke my head in and I go, excuse me, ma'am, what are those on the bottom? She says, that's a root beer float donut. And it just came out of the oven about 20 minutes ago. Do you want one? I was like, no, I want two. But only put one in the bag because the other one ain't making it out of this store. So she hands me the one over the counter. I take a bite as we walk to the register, and I was like, no. She's like, sir, did you know this is a vegan bakery? I was like, nope. And she's like, yep, that's what I figured. She goes, see this sign right here? It says no product contains an ingredient that comes from an animal. And I was like, well, that's ironic, because this is some bullshit. No, listen, I didn't say it, but I should have, because she deserved to hear it. And you do deserve to hear it. She should have known when I came through that door that I was in the wrong place. Look at me. Look at me. I guarantee I don't look like any of her regulars, okay? And I would have had a lot more respect for her if she would have been like, sir, I think you might want the place down the street. Yeah, that's okay. It happens all the time. It's right down the street. They'll have everything you're looking for. Milk, eggs, butter, taste. Right down the street. Just, yeah. I don't know. Maybe 2 blocks. I'm sure you'll call an Uber. You can wait in here. I know. It's at least 70 degrees with no humidity outside. I wouldn't want you melting. All I'm saying is, I don't know who came up with that phrase, looks can be deceiving. But I bet they just walked out of a vegan bakery. That's what I'm trying to say.